All right. What are we doing?
What are we doing? We're doing the Plucking Petals podcast with James and Kyle. As always, I am Kyle.
And I'm James.
It's all about the good, bad, love, hate.
How are you doing, good sir?
I was a little blindsided by your arrival this morning. It was
I'm
my
sorry.
fault. We talked about it, but for some reason I just thought it was going to be later. And when I got your text saying here, I was like, oh my God. Like, I'm in pajama pants. The apartment is a mess.
I don't care.
Like,
You're living that bachelor life
Yeah.
right now. Your girlfriend is gone to go see her family,
on the Christmas time.
and you're telling me of all the bad food you've been eating and
Oh,
whatnot.
come
I'm kidding. You
Well,
you
yeah,
did
I
mac
ordered
and
Chinese
cheese.
food last night, but I made mac and cheese from scratch-ish because I didn't make the
that is
noodles.
pretty fucking
Yeah.
sweet. What did you get? What is your Chinese order normally?
General Tso's, and then if the place has good pot stickers, I'm a big fan of those.
Yeah.
But I haven't found one here on the west side. I like their pot stickers a lot yet.
Did they do delivery or did you have to go pick it up?
Delivery. I did it without trying to talk to another person. I like the new Panda Walk place or whatever.
Okay.
I don't think it has new in the name. Off of 117th a lot, but you can't order online there. So I ordered from China Cafe right by TikTok where you guys live.
Yeah,
Oops.
that area. It's fine. It's okay. I live in that area.
So they delivered.
Hell yeah, and you
because I
can
had
do online ordering too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go there. One, it's just convenient.
Mm-hmm.
We'll normally walk there, and then we found out because it's you're right in that vicinity.
Yeah.
I keep giving away my address clearly.
Well, you do it once. You can't do it again.
That's
You
fine.
can't-
That's true.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll normally, because it's in walking distance, so we'll normally just walk and look out the shops, and we'll normally go to that 70s store or whatever for a little bit. But now we did that because we didn't know we could order online. But we found out we can order online the other day because we were looking for the menu, and it's changed our perspective on everything. So
I will say if I order from there again, I probably will not get their General Tso's again.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the best. I like Panda Walks a lot, but you have to ask for it spicy.
yeah.
And then I think China Cafe's is just bland. So I'll have
Yeah.
to find a better entree. But they have a crab rangoon I really like. So
They
I
do.
get their appetizer crab rangoon.
I like those. I usually get the pork lo mein there. I like their pork lo mein. Ashley normally get an orange chicken that I think is pretty good, but I've had the General Tso's and I wasn't
Yeah, it's
super fan of.
bland,
It's
yeah.
just boring. It's just
It's like, how can there be so much creamy, it's thick sauce on it and it has no flavor?
it's very weird. They need to watch some cooking shows or whatever
Yeah.
and whatnot. So I had that show last Tuesday.
Oh, yeah. How'd that go?
It was interesting. It went well, but it was interesting because so this guy, his name is Billy Galewood, and he is from Cleveland and lives in LA. He resides in LA, and he came back for Christmas because of his family and wanted to put on a holiday show. And the Beachland had asked if I want to do it because he does comedy and stuff like that. He does sing-songies and does some rap stuff and whatnot. So they asked me to do it, and of course I agreed because I like doing shows and like doing stuff like that. And we talked about the show for a little bit. It was gonna be a holiday show. I don't have any holiday music. They said it was fine, whatever. 98% of the people there were part of either his friends or family.
Okay.
So he stacked the place out, which is super cool. But
Does that mean during your set everyone's at the bar or talking?
everyone's really confused of why
Yeah.
I'm there, which is fine, and I totally get that. It just felt
Well, they
like
shouldn't be confused. Hey, our friend or acquaintance is a performer. Performers have opening acts.
Exactly.
So they should know that.
I just it was weird. It just felt like a corporate gig to me. It was everyone knew each other, and that that set a weird tone and precedent about things because the headliner Billy would do a lot of family related jokes because they're all part of the family, so they all get it. So I'm sitting there with Stoops and going I don't think I get this joke. I'm I don't think I understand anything that's going on. But it was still fun. I had a good reaction to some songs.
That seems really weird to me. Not to interrupt.
No,
but
it's fine, no.
You're at a comedy show.
Yeah.
Where you're being paid to tell jokes and you're telling inside jokes.
Well, I mean, he was playing to the room. I mean,
It's so messed up to me.
That's like, I love it because it inspired me to be like, I clearly need to do like a show for my family because like Billy owes me a show now where if I do a show with my family, I feel like I need to get him on that show. Whether we do it in my grandmother's basement, I don't care. It was just, he really, I mean,
so
he played to the crowd.
Hey, friends and family, we could just have like a house barbecue
Yeah.
and hang out and I could do this, but why don't you pay a venue that takes a cut off the top to come see me?
Yeah.
Just talk about our inside jokes.
It was weird. It was just like, it was a weird time. I liked it. I thought it was interesting. Been doing a lot of different shows lately. Been doing this holiday corporate thing. Did that kids show. It's been a while since I've done a regular show, I guess. It's been a while, but I did enjoy it. And also, like, I liked it because the Beachland will, when they do these kind of shows, they'll have like seating for everything, which is super cool. And I kind of like when people are seated for a while because it feels like I'm at like a comedy show.
Yeah.
So, but sometimes it just depends on what I'm doing. I've done shows where they did that and I'm like, this is a bad idea. And I've done shows that I like, that was a good idea. But overall, I enjoyed myself.
Nice.
And I get to meet some lovely people. I met his whole family. So like, that was cool. I like when that happens. So didn't make anyone leave.
Part of the family now.
I'm part of the family. Kyle, you're part of the family. So yeah, I did that. That was super fun. What do you got going on for the holiday season then?
No, nothing. It's going to be low key. Scout work on Tuesday. Just enjoying a lazy bachelor weekend.
There's
so.
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And you're playing some Rainbow Six Siege right now?
I love Rainbow Six Siege.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Yeah, I've been playing a little StarCraft 2 again. Not much, and I'm very bad, but it's been fun.
Oh man, I got to that's free now, right?
I think so.
I have to download that again.
Yeah.
That sucked a bunch of my time away. And I don't remember how to play that game at all. I could tell you there are 3 classes. That's it. That's all I know now.
Yeah, and then I watched Bright yesterday, the Will Smith orc movie.
Okay.
It was better than I thought it would be, but I wouldn't call it good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give us the whole kit and caboodle of Bright with Will Smith.
So I didn't know anything about this. You said there was a big marketing campaign. Literally the first I heard of this movie was I clicked on Netflix and it played an ad for it.
Yeah.
And I was like, this looks weird.
I mean, it's their Netflix movie.
Yeah.
So.
Apparently it cost about $90 million to make, and it didn't have a theatrical release.
It cost $90 million?
Yeah.
No fucking
Well,
way.
I bet a third of that is Will Smith's.
That is true.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, what was I saying? So I actually think he was maybe the biggest problem of the movie. Because he's Will Smith, he's charismatic, he's a good actor, but he's, playing Will Smith again. Maybe a less likable version of Will Smith. Okay. But the thing is, what's supposed to be interesting is it's the first orc policeman, and the orcs are clearly playing like an oppressed race. So
yeah.
It's this fake universe where, like, Lord of the Rings happened, but now it's, it made it to our age of technology.
Yeah.
So instead of like rings, there's these magic wands that like people, they're very rare, but apparently they have like incredible magic powers.
Okay.
But it's kind of, I like the world they built a lot. Like the elves are super rich and elitist. So there's like elf districts that like no one else is really allowed to go to. And you see like the other races acting as like chauffeurs and service people there. But it's just like the elves that are like surviving there. But back to my problem with Will Smith is like you said, he was being charismatic in Will Smith, and he kind of overshadowed the orc character.
Okay.
So it really should have been more of a focus of the movie because, hey, it's the first diversity hire. It's the first orc that's like a policeman. He's like becoming part of the system. But Will Smith's there being Will Smith and so charismatic, the orc just kind of didn't really have much
bland.
of a personality.
Yeah.
So there was even like at the end of the movie, without spoiling anything really, they're like being awarded medals. This is a cop movie, haha.
Yeah.
The first orc ever gets a medal, and you hear some cheering, but then they put it on Will Smith, and everyone goes fucking crazy. And it's like, dude, this is not the point of the movie.
Yeah.
So I honestly think, one, they could have saved money, and two, you might have been with a better product if you didn't use Will Smith and maybe a lesser known actor, and maybe had the two play off each other more than just being like Will Smith with an orc around.
Yeah. I kind of want that to be the new title. Will Smith with an orc around.
It fits better. But I will say they did a good job building the world. It was a very interesting take on what the world would be like in current times with Lord of the Rings history, and I liked that. So.
It reminds me of, you ever read the comic Fables? Or play
bit.
Wolf Among Us?
I have played the Wolf Among Us.
Okay, so it's like it reminds me of that. Who played the orc? Do we know?
I have no idea.
Okay, I know that I'm assuming Will Smith went on this role because it's the same guy who did Suicide Squad.
Yeah. He also did the Chronicle movie with the kids that had like the magic powers.
Yeah, I really like Chronicle.
Yeah.
I thought that movie was awesome. I thought it was an interesting take. It fizzled at the end, but
I never saw it.
I think it's interesting. It's a good. You gotta like found footage.
I heard it was the best found footage movie ever because like, why are these people carrying a camera around? But then in this one, it's like they have magic powers. He's just floating a camera.
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
Like,
So at one point, it's like it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen when it comes to that kind of stuff. Where it's like he's doing the camera. I forget why he has the camera. It's always some dumb reason the character has the camera. And then when he gets the powers, and then he just learns that he can just like float the camera behind him at all times.
So
and then it becomes like a regular movie after that.
He has a Lakuto from Mario 64 like floating around in the cloud holding the camera.
Exactly. Yeah. He's just holding it, and it's like final lap. But yeah, I'm like that's the most ingenious way to get you not to do the shaky cam anymore. I love it. Yeah, I still want to see Bright. I like Will Smith a lot. I feel like he's, as you said, charismatic and exciting as a person, but it makes me sad that you're saying the orc doesn't get its thing.
It's just like, I mean, it's an interesting story, like one that you'll start to learn the beats, you'll pick up on it and be like, oh, this is what's gonna happen.
It's a cop movie,
but yeah, it's just I wanted more out of the orc, and I feel like they never really developed his character. And there's this weird scene, I don't know why it's in the movie, like early on, you see like a little orc kid playing,
okay,
and he like lifts up a pickup truck to grab something under it, like what I think is implying, hey, orcs are really strong.
Yeah.
Never comes up again. The orc partner never does anything like, wow, that was an incredible feat of strength. Like, what the fuck is
he
going
like doesn't do anything, he doesn't do strength movements
not
or
like
that?
more than Will Smith does. And, yeah, but like...
Does Will Smith have powers?
Nah,
no, he's just like a human.
He's a human cop boy.
Okay, a human cop boy. Mm-hmm. That's probably my new favorite D&D class. Is
human cop boy.
Human cop boy. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. We've been watching Great British Bake Off, so we're almost
I've seen
done.
everything on Netflix, but I don't know if you can find more. Give it to me.
I know. I will.
I don't care about the current season with no Mary Berry though.
No, although I like Noel Fielding a lot.
I don't know who that is.
So he was in Mighty Boosh.
Okay.
He's one of the main guys of Mighty Boosh. So I like that. But Mary Berry's not there. It makes me sad. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we're almost done with the newest season on Netflix. I know that's like behind or whatever.
They're not in even the same order. Like on Netflix, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, which is came out different years.
They're all bonkers. But I noticed that they do with all food shows on Netflix and on Hulu too, because we watch like Chopped and stuff a lot. And they jump seasons, or like they add some parts of the seasons and then take other seasons parts away. Like I don't know what this.
Its licensing is weird.
Yeah, I don't know why the food shows licensing have problems.
Semi-related. I know if you watch Scrubs on Netflix, it's not the same because they couldn't license a lot of the music.
Oh.
So like I think Scrubs is a pretty good show.
I mean
it's
fun.
up and down.
Yeah,
but
it's silly.
A lot of what made it hit was like they did choose a lot of the right music to kind of fit the tone they were going for.
Yeah,
so it's not
or like as the joke or
the show is not as good on Netflix as it is if you watch it like a DVD release.
I didn't know it was on Netflix.
It might have been taken down since then, but it was up there for a couple years.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to check that out. Let's talk about what we're digging. How about that?
Sure.
Let's do a podcast.
You gave me a nice little dice sack for Christmas. I'm appreciating that.
Aw. It says baby.
It does say baby aspirin.
I wanted to use your God-given name, James, but it just wasn't as exciting as baby aspirin. So I apologize. I know.
No, that's fine.
I thought it was adorable.
Something like that is good. I like it.
Good. Yeah. I'm glad. And you got me a knife for Christmas.
Not personal. It made me kind of feel bad because you put like thought into yours, and I was like, I went on Amazon and clicked a button.
I love it. I'm so excited for this knife.
Yeah.
You've been talking. I mean, we obviously watch Binging with Babish, and we've been talking about those knives and whatnot. And you got one. And you've been using it a bunch, and it's been in my wish list for a little bit. So thank you so much for the knife. I'm gonna cut some good stuff.
The lower end one. It's not the classic. That's $100, but that's the one I have, and I've been really enjoying it.
I appreciate it. I'm very excited to start cutting some shit up. I'm gonna cut dumb stuff up now. I'm gonna cut really dumb stuff. But yeah, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I hope you enjoy. You put your dice in there.
Oh, I'm gonna. I've got little sets, so it's gonna be little black fake velvet bags and your big dice
hell
bag.
yeah. Yeah, and I think you can. It's got like the Crown Royal kind of thing to it. So
Drawstring.
Yeah. So that was made by Sam D, part of Brute Loop Creations. I think I'm saying that right. He's on Etsy and whatnot. A friend of the podcast and one of my improv partners. So yeah, let's talk about what you're digging this week, good sir.
Cool.
What are you digging?
It's the holiday season, and people put stars on top of trees. And
Hell yeah, they do.
Story of like wise men following a star. It is the birth of the baby Jesus.
Baby Jesus.
That was my Jeremy Clarkson. It didn't really.
I like it. It worked.
So I like stars.
Okay.
Just like a quick overview, they're giant balls of nuclear fusion in outer space that are very large, and like planets orbit around them sometimes, and that's why we're all alive.
Aww.
Wow, that description sucked.
Aw, that was adorable.
No, it's so I don't know. It's just like kind of crazy to think about. There are these gigantic titans that are just like fusing together hydrogen and helium and stuff, and that's just like emitting photons, and then it makes Earth have life. So that was cool. But I guess what I think is pretty interesting is the fact that like all of the heavy elements that we're made of, like the carbon and the oxygen or whatever, were formed inside of stars that then exploded and then shot their guts into space, and then new stars and planets formed. But this time with heavier elements, and then you have people. So
I like it.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to talk about like celebrities.
I didn't know. No, you didn't, Kyle, because you know who I am.
I know. When I think one of my favorite things is when we get like a guest on, and I have to like describe to them like what the podcast is and like what we do, and they're like, can you give me some examples of like problems that you guys have? And I go, well, James is intelligent, so he'll bring in something that like matters, and then I'll bring in something like my legs. So it's like, if you can hit the middle ground, I think you're gonna be fine.
Like when you wear boots all day and you get that little red mark on the side of your pinky toe, it's a little less sensitive.
I don't get that. I get it on like my big toe. I have like a callus on my big toe, and it's just gross.
Yeah.
I need to like shave it off or whatever. I did that one time with a razor blade thing, and it just like I gouged way too deep. It didn't hurt because it was such a big callus, but like I had a bunch of blood all over my. I did it when I was like maybe like 18, and a bunch of blood all over like my parents' house because I kept walking and just like because I mean I had to use the foot to walk to get a towel, so there's like blood splatter all over the place, and I'm like, well, this is bad. I did a bad thing, so I haven't done the razor blade trick in a while. Do you have a particular star that you find to be your favorite?
I hate to play favorites, but it's the sun. Like that's
the
probably
sun,
the best one.
Okay.
Yeah. So black holes are kind of more like stars than people realize because it's like the same shit going on in there. They're just so dense that like light can't even escape from them.
Okay.
So they are like generating the same kind of like
atmosphere?
Not atmosphere, but like photons that like a star does, but it's so dense the light can't even get out of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fucking metal.
Yeah,
that's
it is
fucking brutal.
metal. Red dwarfs are pretty cool.
Okay.
Not very powerful, but like they live so long that it's like trillions of years that like all of the red dwarfs that formed are still going. None of them have entered like the last phase of their life.
And what happens when they stop being a star, stop being a red dwarf?
I don't really know. But I know like what's going on is because like you're fusing elements, eventually like that's your fuel. So you're gonna run out of hydrogen, you're gonna run out of things to like slam together that generates energy.
Okay.
And so eventually they just burn out.
So is our sun going to burn out anytime soon?
Not soon in human terms, but it will.
Okay, that's fine. That's something that'll keep me up at night. That's very important.
It's cool. None of us will be alive long enough.
That is true. That's I hate being that guy, but I like that. Gives me a little bit of solace knowing that I won't be around for the sun to stop working.
That's why, like, if we ever do like get space travel, just go live around a red dwarf. You just got to find that right zone.
Okay.
And it's just like, yeah, dude, this thing will be here for trillions of years. We got
you just orbit orbit around it. I said it right the first time. I corrected myself. So what about a black hole sun? Is that even a thing?
No.
Okay. There's just this song called Black Hole Sun, and that's I feel like that's an oxymoron. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I was going to ask you, the star expert. You bring in stars.
I know. I wanted to prep a little more. I was actually planning when I finished Rainbow Six. So I'm less prepped than I normally am.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. So with the stars, do you have like a favorite constellation that you like?
Not really.
Okay. How do you feel about constellations?
Bullshit.
Why are they bullshit?
Because they're just like, well, I mean, I guess horoscopes are bullshit is kind of what I'm bringing in. So
do we bring in horoscopes as a problem?
I might have.
I have to check the list. I need to look at that list again. It's been a while.
But let me reiterate. So your horoscope is supposed to be based on what the sun, the big old star, or the close by star. It's
the
not
big
really,
boy star.
It's really not that big compared. It's just close.
Okay.
That star rises over a constellation. That's your horoscope and controls your life and personality.
Yeah, it does.
So there's two problems with it. One, constellations are totally like made up. You can just pick any stars and be like, oh, those go together to make like my sock. Like, that's a new constellation.
I want to be sock horoscope.
That would be a great one.
Yeah.
I want to do like really inane things. Like I'm water bucket. Sweet.
I'm carpet. It's cool. I see all these stars. It just looks like a carpet,
looks like
right?
Carpet.
It's fucking awesome. It means I'm gonna have good tidings.
Oh,
today.
you're a total lawn trimmings.
Oh my god. Oh god, you're totally a guitar.
Yeah. Oh no, those are kind of cool. Everyone would fight to be a guitar if other things.
That's true.
Are like,
so it's gotta be kind of lame, like
mundane.
like you're a power outlet. Like good job. You're
that like foot that keeps the couch an inch off the ground or like a few inches off the ground.
The footy things.
Yeah.
You're one of the footy things. Like
and the constellation doesn't know the proper name of them either.
It's a lot of shrugging.
It's that footy thing. Yeah.
I kind of want to make our own constellation. And then we can sell them to Chinese places, so they have little mats, and they're just like, here's sock, and here's a monitor. I don't know. Here's a toothbrush, and they're like, cool. I'm gonna have a 3-star day today. It's gonna be great.
But then also because the Earth wobbles a little bit because the moon's spinning around it.
Yeah.
When the constellations were made, like the sun, like if I don't know, what's your birthday? What's your sign? I guess.
I'm Gemini.
So. Probably 2,000 years ago, the sun rose over Gemini for that length of time, but because the Earth wobbles, it doesn't do that anymore.
Okay.
So they're all almost completely shifted one, I think, forward.
Okay.
So, like, unless you're at the very end of yours, you're actually, the sun on your birthday was rising over the one before it. And then if you have, like, a mid to late November birthday, there's a 13th constellation that wasn't part of the horoscope that your sun actually rose over.
Which one is that new one?
I can't remember.
It's like Crab or something.
No, the crab is
July. That like a real thing? Yeah, it's oh fuck. It's like I don't know. Now I'm just looking at your tree. Is it like a snowman or a snowman? You have a lot of snowman ornaments. Oh, you got a cool raccoon with a scarf. Where did you get all these ornaments from? These are cool. I like them. I'm gonna keep describing things while you're looking at.
Yeah, it's I guess, but in the present day, the sun is in front of the astronomical constellation Ophiuchus. Which I don't even know what the fuck that is. It looks like a. I got nothing.
It looks like a car. What does it look like?
I don't know. The Honda Ophiuchus.
Just looks like a Honda Civic. Fuck. What a
it's
boring.
It's like a here. I can't really explain it.
It's
a picture of like an old guy with a snake between his legs, and there's a bull.
I'm gonna use my improv training. It looks like he's riding the snake. There is a man. He looks very upset, but there's a snake between his legs, and it's not his penis.
No, yeah, it's an actual snake.
It's like an actual snake. 'Cause that snake is like bigger than he is. So
the serpent bearer.
Okay.
Yeah.
That I want to be in that zone. That sounds badass. I want to be a badass serpent tamer or whatever you just said. Serpent buddy.
So that's between November 29th and December 18th.
Ah, I goofed.
Yeah.
I'm still so I'm no longer technically a Gemini. I'm whatever the thing is before that.
I think so.
Okay. I don't even know what that is.
Unless I mean if you're at the tail end of what it is, so if it's till like, April 3rd.
Yeah.
Then you're April 2nd, you might be still the first.
Be still in that zone. Yeah, I'm like mid, so I'm mid-June, so I think I'm boned either way. Do you ever read horoscopes?
Not really.
Okay. I'll read them when I'm in line at like Starbucks because they're there. I don't really go out of my way to read them. I find them to be interesting that someone every day has to have this stuff like ready for like a newspaper.
If it were me, I would just write an algorithm that wrote horoscopes.
Oh yeah,
they
I'm
have to
sure
be
they
so
are.
vague. So it would be like, I would spend a year writing them and like working on this algorithm to just pick things, and then I would just not work for the rest of my career.
It reminds me of that computer that did that made like a Harry Potter
Yeah,
book or something.
a
Just
chapter or
like
something.
yeah, like that's you can convince the computer to do anything. They can write fortune cookies. They can write horoscopes. They'll make their own horoscopes.
Zach Braff actually read the end monologue written by when you predictive text.
Oh, really?
It was actually pretty good.
Oh my god, that's awesome. I really like Zach Braff. Zach Braff.
Did I say it wrong or did you say it wrong?
Zach Braff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said it wrong. Of course I said it wrong.
No.
Why would I not say words wrong? I feel like I look up at the stars not often as I used to. I used to have a telescope.
Lakewood. Yeah.
It's hard in Lakewood. When I used to live in the suburbs with my parents, I had a telescope, and I maybe used it 3 or 4 times. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's cool to have one because it looks cool, but then like when I got older, I'm like, I'm just looking at things. It's not for me. So I don't know. Maybe it's because I just didn't grow up on Star Trek and Star Wars like everyone else did. I don't.
Star Trek is awesome. It's campy and it's awesome.
It is.
You need to give it a try.
I will try. Ashley moved in last week, and then her second monitor is normally her like Netflix monitor while she's doing work or whatever, and she's been watching a lot of Star Trek, and I've been peeking around the corner and watching a little bit of it too. It's not
Which
not
one?
bad. Which one has Will Wheaton in it?
The Next Generation.
That one right now. So
See, I don't really think you'll enjoy that. I think you will like the original series though.
Okay.
It's that 60s level of camp.
yeah.
I think it's just gonna jive with you. I really do think you need to give it a try.
I will. I think it's on my list. I need to watch Bright now. I need to watch Star Trek. I need to watch this new series that came out on Netflix called Dark, which is like a German true crime kind of deal that I heard's really good. So
Okay.
I need to finish my Great British Baking Show because I like my Mary Berry.
Yeah.
Mary Berry. She's the best.
And the fuck subtext made human that is Paul Hollywood.
I've noticed that the season I'm watching right now, like they really just make fun of Paul.
Mm-hmm.
They really rib him.
Especially the one, I don't remember the two hosts. Not the two hosts' name.
Yeah, I don't
The one
remember
with
what they
shorter
are.
dark hair, like really picks on him.
Yeah, it is. They just do like these little sly comments, and like
Then they just show him like smirking with hate in his eyes.
I know he could, but also like I also don't think he like can hear them fully or something. I don't know because it seems like he's not always paying attention, and he's just in his head. He's like millions of dollars. I'm getting paid millions of dollars right now. You do need to watch the masterclass because those are fun and interesting because you learn them. But also Mary Berry like gets to make fun of Paul a bunch, and like she's like you're doing it wrong. I'm gonna do it.
Surprisingly sexual with her humor.
Oh my god, yeah, right? It is awesome. Good for her. You little cheeky bastard.
I
You're
just
so
like
good.
when I was walking by, Elise was watching a master class, and just I just Mary Berry's like, Paul was on his knees doing something, and Mary Berry's like, oh yeah, I just like looking at you on your knees. It's like this is like little old lady.
Oh god,
I love it.
She's adorable. I don't. Do we know what she's up to now that she's not on
No,
Great?
I don't know.
God damn it. I saw.
Yeah, Elise says the Mary Berry cooking books from the library, and I got her a Paul Hollywood one for Christmas.
Aw, that's awesome. Does she cook? Is it all baking stuff for Mary
No
Berry?
idea. I haven't looked through it.
Okay, cool.
But that book is just called Cooking, I think, though.
Yeah, and it looks like there's like a soup that she's making on the cover, so maybe she doesn't always just bake. Good for her, really expanding her horizons. She is my personal star. I want her to be my horoscope. It's just Mary Berry. So and kneading dough. It's just her and kneading, and that's
You're gonna have a
totally
creme
fine.
pâtissière day.
Ooh, you can say it right too. I can't even say that right.
I don't know if I said it right.
It sounded good. It sounded confident. Let's talk about what we are killing right now.
Okay.
Because the holiday spirit, we're all just killing it, just crushing it.
Yeah, dude. I'm so fucking
You got me
jelly.
a knife, so I'm going to be killing things with the knife.
No, that's for things that are already not
Oh.
alive. You're supposed to cut them up and make them delicious.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I guess I'll work on that then. It says millennials aren't big spenders or risk takers, and that's going to reshape the economy. Oh boy. Okay, let's start with this. I love this first sentence. I love it because I hate it so much. They're known for bouncing around jobs, delaying marriage, and holing up in their parents' basements.
Oh.
Thanks. I used to live in my parents' basement. It was quite nice. It was cool down there, and I sweat like a pig. So I like that. Dubbed recently as the children of the Great Recession by Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Clinton, millennials are best educated and most...
So this was written probably early to mid last year.
I think so, because they're like, let's throw in Hillary Clinton to get those extra pings right there. They said they're also perhaps the most coddled, some would say spoiled. I disagree. As they emerge this year as the United States' largest demographic group, hell yeah, some 75 million strong, millennials are taking up mantle of the most impactful generation since baby boomers. Millennials, adults under 35, are starting to reshape the economy for decades to come, and their coming of age in the midst of the worst financial crisis since the Great Depression has bred distinct traits that would pose special challenges for our nation's growth and prosperity. Oh my God. So it just says we're not big spenders. It says we prefer experience over buying things and accumulating stuff. So how do you feel about that?
100%, I agree with that.
I agree. I think that's amazing.
Although I am entering the first part of my life where I'm like, I have a little bit, not a lot, a little bit of disposable income. Like, I buy kind of nice things like that knife.
I must say you've been buying cooking stuff and whatnot, which is cool. But also that always brings back to like the experience. So it's like you get to make food, so you're experiencing the fact that you're making something that you want to eat really bad, and like that's awesome, and you get to show it off. I get to see your Snapchat stories, so I'm very excited. So yeah, it's just like over buying dumb thing. Like I don't know the last time I bought like a chair. I'm like I don't need it.
I'm sitting in this like thing that looks like he ripped it out of a race car.
That is true.
I have my gaming.
I mean,
chair.
Doesn't it say DX Racer on the back of it? Yeah. And when's the last time you raced a car?
Never.
Hell yeah.
I've done go-karts.
Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, we need to go go-karting. Is there a go-karting place over here?
I'm sure there is.
We have to figure that out. But I feel like I'd rather spend money like going out to eat over buying something that I don't necessarily like. I don't know. Like I'm not big into like wall art. I don't care that much. But it's not like okay.
It's also, I mean, spending money just to have things. I get like it's important for the economy, but it's also incredibly wasteful because how much of stuff do you use? It just turns into garbage. There's the resources to make it. There's the resources to transport it. It's just not really the best system.
No, it's just annoying, and it's like, that's why I have a bunch of garage sales and OfferUp and Craigslist.
People are hoarders, and it's like, I don't really even have all that much junk, but if we go to move, it's going to be like, why do I have all this crap?
You definitely find, as I brought in last week, just like finding a bunch of stuff that I'm like, I packed it away for some dumb reason. Why do I still have this? It's real dumb. It says, if you're a foodie, you can go out and have an incredible dining experience, and then you can curate it almost as if it were a thing. House said millennials are one reason restaurants have been doing well and hiring so many workers. So we are doing something right by going out. I mean, like, I feel like with my parents and their generation, they often like went out maybe like once a month, and they like just saved money and just like accumulated house stuff. And I don't see the need to do it.
Yeah, it's just, I don't really need a lot of space because most of it just turns into storage. People are like, oh, I want a lot of space in my house. It's just to keep shit in.
Yeah, exactly.
You only ever use a couple of rooms.
That is true. I want a house that I can have like an office in. Like I'm pretty simple. I want an office and a room for a bed. That's all I want. That's all the boy needs. Let's see here. They talk about this guy was getting voice lessons and learning glass blowing over buying like a table. So it's like, well, I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, he's having a good time. Says the low home buying rate of young adults already has been a big factor in the slowing housing market. The home ownership rate for those under 35 slipped to a low 34% this year, compared with around 40% for young adults in the prior 3 decades. And people today are getting married and having children later, which will weigh on home sales in the future. And it just says, I don't believe they're ever going to catch up. Thanks. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, right now, at least places we're starting to look a little bit. The housing market is a seller's market for the first time in quite some time.
How is that going, by the way?
Yeah.
No.
It's like Christmas time.
It's slow.
It's on hold. Yeah.
Are you looking for this area, or like do you have an idea?
Yeah, I mean, just Probably Lakewood, but maybe not completely tied to it. But it's a.
But somewhere at least like near.
Yeah,
that's good. That's good. I do like this area. I don't feel the need to be in a suburb. I don't have kids. I don't feel like they need to. I don't need a lawn. Are you kidding me? I barely go outside. I don't need any of that stuff. I feel like we're probably gonna be renting for a while before we even consider, because of work and whatnot. That's also a thing I feel like ties into all of this.
Actually, they said like millennials are jumping around job to job.
Yeah,
and it's really hard to buy a house and commit to something.
Exactly.
Like
I don't know where I'm gonna be in 5 years. I don't know what's gonna happen. Where am I gonna work? Where am I staying? What am I doing? What are my goals? Everything can change on a day-to-day basis right now.
Yeah, it's real quick.
We're still young and still full of fire and whimsy and excitement and all that
don't
jazz.
Feel like it.
Yeah, it happens. It's fine. So let's talk about my like for this week, which is sweater weather.
Sweater weather.
I like sweaters. I like sweaters a lot. For those who don't know, sweaters are a piece of attire that you wear on your torso normally, or if it gets too hot, you tie it around your hips, like you're a 90s kid. And you wear it when it's cold outside, and it has patterns and fun things on them, and I like them a lot. I like wearing a good sweater.
Okay. Well, thanks, guys.
I thought you were going to have more about stars.
No, yeah, I know. So did I. You got some sweaters you like? I have a ugly One Punch Man Christmas sweater.
I've seen it. It's adorable. It's a cool sweater. I have a couple sweaters I like. I have one that is a Skyline Chili sweater. I like that a bunch. My favorite is I have one that is a multiple colored sweater I got from H&M a couple years ago, and it's fun and it's light. I like colors, so even though I'm wearing all black, and I normally wear all black, but something about this sweater, I'm like, I like having a nice little sweater like that. So I like the combo of a sweater above a nice shirt, like a collared shirt or something like that, so it looks like I'm scholarly, like I know something in my life. It's fun. You could do so many things with sweaters. Ugly Christmas sweater parties are a thing now, which I don't super agree with. But
what do you mean?
I have a small. I like the idea of the party. I think there needs to be like a hard rule about what an ugly sweater is. I feel like you can't make it yourself, or you can't buy it like from a website that intentionally makes it ugly.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, you know what? I agree with those rules. It has to be someone like Tommy Wiseau did. Like I really wanted this to be a beautiful masterpiece and just missed the mark. And
there's polar bears on all of this, and they are ugly as shit. That's like an ugly sweater. Because now it's holiday season, so I see people on Facebook do like office parties, and like they normally do an ugly sweater contest.
Yeah,
and,
I saw people with like cutouts.
Yeah,
it's like that doesn't count.
Like I saw someone win a contest where they were just like taping and hot gluing stuff to a plain sweater, and it looked ugly because they put a bunch of shit on it. It's like, well, then you did that. Like you made it intentionally ugly. You have to. I feel like the idea of an ugly sweater should be, you have to find it. You have to go through your attic. You have to go through your parents' attire. You have to go through like a thrift store would be perfect for that. There are $2 for a sweatshirt there. Like, I don't know. That's my one. It's my one gripe with sweaters is the ugly sweater party, and there, that's big holiday sweater, big oil, all those problems. I don't know. I just like sweaters. When's the last time you wore a sweater?
I don't know. Yesterday, maybe. It's cold. It's winter, dude.
I understand. I wore one a couple days ago, and I normally wear a hoodie too. The hoodies are fun. Hoodies are like sweaters, but they just had a hood to them. That's why they call it hoodies.
Oh man,
I don't know. I'm
falling off the rails.
Man,
hard.
We were doing so good with millennials and stars and talking about Bright, and it just Kyle's just phoning it in, I guess. Again, that's a normalcy.
That's
here.
fine. That's in the atmosphere today.
It's fine. It's just it's a lazy Sunday. I'm gonna go and play more video games after this. I don't know what you're doing.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna eat some food. I'm gonna hang out, and we're gonna go to Ashley's parents' place for a little bit afterwards. So it's like, I'm already set. I'm gonna be eating food and drinking and having a grand old time.
Nice.
That's what I plan on doing. let's talk about a reverse happy ending real quick. Let's see here. What does James have for me? Nothing.
All right.
He's got nothing.
That's fine. I feel like this segment might be a little flawed anyway. Because the natural struggle is to make things better and fight for, to keep going.
Exactly.
And the reverse happy ending can always be, the inevitable march of time.
Yep, that
what's
is
bad
true.
about it's going to end?
Which sucks because I feel like it was a good concept, and I think we just need a new ending bit. If anyone has any ideas for some ending bits, because we're going to be pitching this around for a little bit, starting at the new year.
This is probably going to be the last one.
Yeah.
In 2017.
2017. It's going to be probably the last one for the year. We're going to take a quick 1 week break.
I'll be in Texas for a wedding.
You'll be in Texas for a wedding.
Catching back up on shit.
I'm going to my cousin's wedding, so on next Saturday. So that should be fun. I'm very excited. So yeah, I think we just need to. You're gonna be gone. You're gonna be gone for a whole week. Mm-hmm. God damn.
I know, it's nice.
Hell yeah. I'm glad you don't have any pets, because otherwise I'd say I watch them for you. Yeah. So that's I like doing that. I think that's fun. That's good. I'll mark that down. That's gonna be one of my likes is pet sitting.
Pet?
Just pet sitting. I like pet sitting. So folks, this has been the Plucking Petals podcast with James and Kyle. As always, I am Kyle.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We will see you guys in 2018.